Just 21 years old. Edwards an all-star this season. Gobert off the lob from Conley. That's the Conley with some haste. Will peel back and fire. He got it.
Injury where they were sitting on a bus in San Francisco after a game against Golden State, and Jamal actually asked him, "Are you guys going to trade me?" And Coach Malone said, "Absolutely not," as Jamal.
Conley right back into the arms of Edwards. He will fire and hit. Trying to bat it alive. Jokic would have none of it. Great flick ahead, and Caldwell Pope surges in for two.
And transition offense.
Talked about having to just shoot at a higher percentage to avoid that. As Gobert denies Jokic. But it'll count a goaltend. Brace for a long time. Epic postseason losses or dormant times of year. 1914 star for Minnesota. Porter Jr. gets to the rack.
And diving to the basket there with the cut off the dribble penetration.
8 points, 4 rebounds in this opening quarter for Gobert. Jokic connects on a thing that Michael Malone pointed out to us before the game. How impressed he's been with how vocal Caldwell Pope has been as Brown floats it in. Guarded by Anderson. Floats to Green. Green attacks. Jokic there for the Nuggets run. Towns, little push shot is good. 10 points on 3 of 12 in game 2. 9 turnovers through the first 2 as Murray switches hands. Very cool stuff, George, and a happy birthday to Brendan Malone, who JJ is very familiar with, as Gordon banks it in, plus the foul, a chance for Denver. Bruce Brown, a Swiss Army knife off the bench to the rack for 2. Time playoff performer over the last couple of seasons. Towns, he needs it. 2 for 5 thus far. Coming off a 40-point game, his 5th in the playoffs. Trying to work Conley, fading and hitting. Off the glass, bounces for Green. Into the corner, Brown another look. That one is good. Now broadcasting these games and the pure joy and excitement the NBA playoffs bring you, because it's really the best. It's the best. Conley knocks down the 3. Bruce Brown amongst 3 Timberwolves grabs the rebound, and Caldwell Pope cashes in.
So valuable. We've seen that specifically with PJ Tucker in that Sixers Nets series. Bruce Brown, another guy, as the 2-man game between Murray, as Murray hits the pull-up 3. Jokic set a screen all.
Of course, Jaden's absence is self-inflicted after punching that wall. Jokic, great touch feed to Green for the flush. Now Edwards running the break, Euros and finishes. A sensation to shoot. Conley debating what to do. He'll attack, float, and hit. Now pushing pace for Denver. Caldwell Pope connects. Banking it home. Huge first half.
This team, you couldn't ask for a better fit around Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, a guy who can guard the perimeter.
Point lead. Didn't close the quarter strongly, which Porter Jr. talked about. In Minnesota, a 10-3 edge at the end of the second as Gordon.
3, which allowed Minnesota to get back in that game. Gordon with the early 3 as Towns. He does so many things well. He can knock down shots in the half court. That's an added bonus.
Murray out to Jokic, wide open. He got it. Jokic has always had strong clutch time stats in the regular season as well. Here he goes to work on Gobert. Great decision. Fine. Last night we saw that big time with Brooklyn and Philly. Here's Edwards, Crab dribbling with strength and just 15 for the 21-year-old star Edwards. Porter Jr. on another 3. And I'm sure Manhattan will be very tame tonight in the aftermath of that.
Big mom.
Porter Jr. able to in this 1-8 matchup. Denver a 1 seed for the first time in franchise history. Here's Porter Jr. attacking again. Porter Jr. again.
Bounce.
Part of the struggle with him and Gobert, and that's it. Noel can't bunny hop into two. Gobert.
Particularly by Anthony Edwards on that face cut. Does a good job of pushing him out.
As Gordon, eyes up. Here's Porter Jr. Tried a little give and go. Green was left alone. Waits and hits, plus the frustrated after that call against Alexander Walker. Here's Brown jittering into the paint and floating it in.
But that series overall, we've seen 3 outstanding basketball games.
Edwards slips through and lays it in.
And we really shouldn't be surprised after last season's first round against the Celtics, where he was one of the best players on the floor in that series. Give him a lot of credit. We don't see that a lot.
Edwards using a Gobert screen will pull and hit. Towns, a little sloppy with the handle, able to get it off to Anderson though. Edwards connects on a corner in the frame for the Nuggets. Brown finds Christian Brown, somehow stuck it in. 96-91. Porter Jr. He got it on a 3.
Gets a foot on it.
Edwards through the lane, lays it in. It's another 30-point game. There tried the tap. Porter Jr. able to alter. Brown finds Christian Brown, who lays it in. Over here, Porter Jr. off and running with Christian Brown to the rack. High off the window. Here's Jokic. Spinning, tossing, and finishing.
That's incredibly difficult to defend.
18 points for Jokic. Towns, he got it. Big 3 there for Karl Anthony Towns. Been a fun game 3 in Minnesota. Denver 2-0 series lead. The lob to Gordon from Jokic. And Aaron Gordon soaring for the flush. Plays in this 4th. Here's Murray behind the back. Jokic too pretty. It on his hand and then lost it officially. Gordon wisely peels back. Jokic to the corner. Porter Jr. will take, you bet, a dagger from Michael Porter Jr. The right decision there from Jamal Murray, although at this point it's essentially futile for Minnesota. As Towns up ahead to Porter Jr. He attacks and lays. A huge game for Michael Porter Jr. As that will do it, the Denver Nuggets take a commanding 3-0 series lead.